Hello, everyone, and welcome to Edge Pro. My name is Patty Warren, and I'm going to be the host for today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about Advanced Reporting Price Point Matrix. The Price Point Matrix page is all about your patient's spending habits. So it's a good page to come into and look at. We want to know, are our patients spending more or less money? We want to look at this one at least, once a month to really kind of get a feel of where we're at, going throughout the month. So right now I've got it set for all of last month, but I want to show you some of the things that you can uncover on this page. So if I scroll down, the first area that we have here is our patient's own frames. So I've got a graph to show me that I'm 22% this year, where I was 24% last year, or I also have the numbers. So I can see that 65 times a patient used their own frame this year. Last year was 83. So we've had 18 less patients use their own frames last month, which is a good thing. Now, like many other pages within advanced reporting, don't forget anything in a blue colored font has got those hyperlinks where you can drill it down to the patient level. If you wanted to see which patients use their own frame, all we've got to do is click on that patient's own frame. It's going to load our transaction activity so that you're able to see which of those patients use their own frame. Now, for HIPAA purposes, now this particular one is just showing patient ABCD, kind of like that. But on your end, you're going to see the patient's first name and the first two letters of their last name. So that's how you can drill down to the patient level. Just like any other page in advanced reporting, anything in that blue colored font, you're able to do that. The next category I have in this page is my frame sales. So I can see that we actually sold less frames this year than we did last year. I can also see that on average, my patients are spending about $5 less. Well, one of the reasons naturally when we sell less lenses, that's going to kind of cause it to drop a little bit too. But this way, you're just strictly looking at the spending habits. I can see that, we had less patients spend over $300. That's not only did we sell less frames, but we had patients spend less money on those frames because they weren't spending in these upper categories. Now, if I scroll down, I have my lens sale box. And we can see that last year they were spending 180. This year they're spending 195. We still sold less lenses, but they're spending, a little more money on lenses. Same concept as our frames. We have more patients kind of spending in the upper categories. And we also had 5 less patients not get the free lenses. So you can see these different kind of categories or different spending habits of our patients right here. Next box is where we're looking at a complete pair of glasses when they purchase frame and lenses together. We're spending, more on frames, maybe a little bit less on lenses, but really in the grand scheme of things, they are spending a little bit more when we're talking about complete pairs of glasses. And the reason why is, we had 9 less patients get the covered glasses. And look, we had 5 patients, spend over $900 right here on their glasses. Just like I'd shown you with your patient's own frames, all of these pricing categories are in blue, so they're going to have the hyperlinks. If you wanted to see your patients that spent over $800, you can click on it and it'll load that transaction activity. Now, a few other things that you can do on this page that I like is, this is the trends. Spending habits, I always kind of call my trends. It's the trends of my patients' habits. I can come back up here to the top and kind of scroll back up here. I have a show more button. This is located on several pages within advanced reporting. But if I wanted to see the spending habits of my new patients, all I've got to do is click on it. And now I'm able to see, okay, my new patients, I only had 3 of them use their own frame. Last year we had 4, so we had 1 less. I can also see in my frame categories that on average, my new patients are spending more money. And it's really because we had 9 less of them get the covered frame. If I scroll down a little more, I've got my lens sale category. Now, my new patients are spending a little bit less on their lenses than they did, the same time period last year. And really, you're just looking for those changes. We had 3 less spend over $500. So you can see the trends or the spending habits, whatever word you might want to call it, on the actual new patients. I even have the filters up here at the top. I'm gonna kind of scroll back up again. If I wanted to see my VSP patients that were new, I can even filter it like that also. Just gonna update here just to make sure everything updated, and I'm gonna scroll down. I can see out of my new patients, I only had one this year with VSP, or this past month, use their own frame. I can see that I've got more patients not getting the covered frame with VSP that are new patients. I can also see I have, less patients or more patients not getting the covered lenses. So when I'm thinking about VSP new patients, we can tell that overall, yes, our new patients with VSP are spending more money this year than they did last year. So you can use all of the filters, and all of the filters are going to be located right up here at the top for any type of pricing that you're wanting to see. All I've got to do, if I want to uncheck it, I can for my new patients. I can even go back to all plans if I wanted to. I've got by doctor, I've got by staff, I've got some of my exam types if I wanted to, even some of the lens types. So you have several different ways that you can view your patient's pricing right here on Price Point Matrix. Hope this video was helpful for everyone, and have a great day.